You are not your reaction. And today, I want to share something so simple, but life changing. Because you are not your reaction. You are the one who witnesses it. In that moment, you begin to see that clearly, your entire life begins to change, to shift. Because most of us move through life believing that we are our emotions. I am anxious. I am angry. I am stressed. I am overwhelmed. I am busy. But what if it isn't actually true? What if you were the one noticing anxiety, not the anxiety itself? Okay, so before we dig in to today's transmission, I want to just, first really share that, these come from trying on this work. This is how to change your life. It's not about another course. It's not about, the secret. It's not about all of these things that are outside of ourselves, because what I'm sharing with you is all internal. It is all an internal state. And it is wonderful and beautiful and expansive, and it will change your life when you decide to try on a calm nervous system. That's it. That's it. One paused reaction at a time, and it will change your life. It will reorganize your life in ways you can only dream of. Relationships will shift because you are expressing everything through you. So the people that you attract, the situations that you attract up into this point right now, you have created. And I will continue to talk about this. But first, subscribe, like, comment, share this. In order for these messages to really grow, it's in helping each other. So let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching. Don't just be a fly on a wall. Claim it. Try this on. If it's hard, let me know. Share it. I'm here for and with you. Back to the teaching. So our language shapes our identity. And with that, our identity shapes our reality. So again, instead of saying, I am anxious, I am stressed, we shift it to, I notice anxiety. I notice stress. Instead of I am angry, try on anger is present. Instead of I am overwhelmed, try I notice the mind feeling overwhelmed. Because this small shift creates space. And inside that space, you regain choice because you are no longer the reaction. You are the one witnessing it. And this is the separation we need. This is the separation that no one is teaching. We are not our thoughts. We are the one witnessing it. And I will continue to share as much as I can about this, because when you can fully embrace that statement into your being, everything changes. You are not your thoughts. You are no longer the reaction, but you are the one witnessing it. And what we say is so powerful. Never dismiss that. Never dismiss that. So again, I am witnessing anxiety, or I notice anxiety in my body. I witness anger, or anger is present, because you are the one witnessing it. And it is so life-changing. I mean, it literally lights me up if you cannot tell. So, let me ask you something really honestly. Do you desire a different life? Do you want to be less reactive? Do you want to be more peaceful, more abundant, more free? Because most people say yes. But here's the paradox. Desire comes from lack, and we cannot create from lack. When we say, I desire something, it is in the absence of. And to manifest anything, if that's the way that you want to call it, you have to be full now, not when something reaches you in the future. I desire a lot of money. So what you're saying is I have no money, or I don't have the money that I feel safe with within my body. And so I desire more money, and I desire it, and I desire it, and I desire it. And you won't be able to hold it. Even if it does come to you, you will not be able to hold it, because desire comes from lack. And when we feel lack, our nervous system doesn't feel safe. And this is how we shift our life. Want is different from desire. Intention is different from desire. Desire is from lack. And so, excuse me, let's talk about nervous system regulation, right? So, right now, again, going back to the money, if your mind says, I don't have enough money, what do? Most of us, you might think your way into having money, right? But you cannot do that. You cannot think your way into having money, because thought alone will not create abundance, because the state you live in is what you create from. So if the nervous system is in lack, life organizes around the lack. But when the nervous system is settled, and when we feel safe, when you feel safe, when your body is safe, new possibilities begin to emerge. You have access to your imagination. You have more access to your creativity, not because you forced it, but because you changed your state. And when our nervous system is engaged and we are dysregulated and feeling unsafe, that is what we're vibrating out. That is the energy that we're sharing out. And so we disallow, or we can't hear the access to our creativity, our imagination, our next aligned action, which will help with whatever it is that we're moving towards. And when you slow down, when there's stillness, when there's peace inside, it is so beautiful what you can feel. Like truly what you feel. Your imagination is expansive. Your creativity is expansive and abundant. It is such a beautiful thing. And you need to try it on. Don't you want that? Don't you want to be in control of you? Because right now, I'm guessing you're operating from victimhood. You're operating from lack. You're operating from scarcity. You're operating from gripping and trying to force. But the universe is going to continue to do what the universe does. And you're going to continue to create situations from that nervous system. And so it may sound a little woo-woo. I get it. But try it on. Try it on. Because maybe it's not that simple. It does require some work. But gosh, it's so flippin' easy. And, interestingly enough, yesterday I was having a conversation and I noticed something like really important. And so I was talking about certain situations in my life where anger has been apparent. And in those moments I was speaking to, it occurred to me that, yeah, sure, there was another person that I was, speaking about, right? And I saw something deeper, because there may have been another person involved in the anger. They made me angry, right? But the most consistent thing in every experience in my life is me. And that is the same truth for you. You are the common denominator of your life. And that really, like, that realization, it isn't to blame, but it does become that power. Because if you are the common denominator, I don't know why I'm having trouble with that word, then you can also hold the ability to change how you respond. Because in every situation, whether it's joy, whether it's sadness, whether it's anger, whether it's you feel wronged, whether, somebody did something to you, think about your life. And there's one thing that is consistent, is that you are the common denominator. And I don't even like math. And so if you are the common denominator, then you can move forward with that choice and power. And it all comes down to our nervous system and how it is that we respond. It will change your life. But I can't just continue to tell you this if you're not ready, willing, and able to try it on. Try it on. What's the worst that can happen? You witness your thoughts. It feels pretty damn good. Try it on. So when anger arises, when fear comes up, when frustration is present, this practice is really, really stupid simple. Notice it, witness it, name it, but do not become it, because you are not the reaction. You are the one who sees it. And that moment you see it clearly, you begin to loosen its grip. This image of this lotus flower that just opens up petal by petal, because it is so free. It is so free to be. And that's what we are and can be, is free to be, to loosen the grip. You are not your reaction. And so let's just think about this for a minute, right? How can I help put it into words that allows you to try it on? Because it's important, I feel, that we truly understand this. And so I've talked about our being as the sky, and the clouds is something we witness, right? And so if we're witnessing, we're at the seat of awareness. And so think about a movie that you're watching, or think about watching your children or your animal or your neighbor, not creepily. You are sitting there and you are witnessing what it is they're doing. You have no influence, you have no control. You do not react to what is happening in this picture. And the same is true for inside of you. You do not become your thoughts. You do when you pay attention to them, when you acknowledge them, when you accept them as you instead of the one witnessing it. I hope that helps to understand that just a little bit more. And I will continue to find ways to reflect this. So the intention is, at one point of listening to this, you're going to go, "Ah, I understand it now," because that's all it took for me. Just one simple way of saying something differently, and it illuminated exactly these concepts that have changed my life. And it will continue to change for you. And so here's an invitation, right? For you. We're going to hit some more questions because I think that they really kind of help us to understand where we are and where we want to be. Do you want to live reacting to life or creating it? Do you want to be controlled by emotion or aware of emotion? Do you want to keep repeating the same patterns or step into something new? Because the only difference is awareness. In all of those answers, it is beautifully, wonderfully your awareness of your life. And so think about this for a second. What emotion do you most often identify with? It's a really important question that you can ask yourself. Try that one on. Who would you be without that story? That constant narration in your head? What would your life look like if you were less reactive? Because it changes everything. It changes everything. What might become possible if your nervous system felt safe? Try these on because your life does not change when your thoughts change. Your life changes when your state changes. Let me share that again. Your life does not change when your thoughts change. Your life changes when your state changes. And don't you want that? Can you imagine? It's so simple. It's so, so simple. You don't have to force yourself to be different. You simply begin noticing. Notice the thought, like the cloud. Notice the reaction. Notice the emotion. And slowly, you begin to realize something pretty darn extraordinary. You were never the storm. You have always been the sky witnessing it. So today, just try that on. Just try that on. Your life doesn't change when your thoughts change. Your life changes when your state changes. Until next time, from my heart to yours, cheers.